Hello and welcome. I'm Psychic Medium Roberto, and I truly hope you're doing well today. You'll note there's a little comment there in inverted commas, you are never alone. And if you're ever feeling alone, you can connect with your spirit loved ones. They are always with you. All right, so in today's case, I'm obviously always in the main dealing with true crime. And of course, this is a sensitive case. And these are my opinions and would need to be tested in a court of law. These are all alleged. All right, I'm doing a follow-up, a second reading, if you like, for the JONBENÉT case, which technically still remains a cold case. However, I don't believe it should be a cold case. All right, so I've drawn out the days where the event took place. In the original reading, I included the mother, father. So in my opinion, I've dealt with that, if you like. If you'd like to watch that show, if you haven't, I'll put a link at the top right of your screen. Now, with this follow-up, what I'm doing is it's a confirmation reading. Of course, we know there's potentially new evidence playing out. We knew this was the case, I believe, when I did the recording. So I haven't re-listened to the recording, and I haven't done any more further information. Now, I did get information from a viewer that there was an older brother at the scene. And I'd just like to say, be that as it may, I'm going to look at the reading as a holistic reading overall. In other words, the days in which the event took place. And of course, with the focus on JONBENÉT, because I don't want to include the criminals in the reading if I don't have to. They know who they are and still living. And of course, having to live with it for the rest of their lives as a family secret once again. So, as per the so-called official police report, or according to the parents as well, that JONBENÉT went missing overnight, December the 25th. So when they woke up on the morning of Christmas, of course, JONBENÉT was reported as missing. However, I'm still of the opinion, which I recall from the first reading, that she did not die or let's put it this way. She was definitely deceased by midnight of the 24th. However, I believe the traumatic event began on December the 23rd. And if I backtrack one more day, December 22nd, we have issues happening within the household, and we have dirty issues as well. 41.5, dirty molesting type issues. That when we get to December the 23rd, 23.5, we have issues in the household. The 35.8 alerts me to a physical altercation that lands up or ends up in a severe head injury to JONBENÉT RAMSEY. Now, I'll just say again, this all happens within the walls or household of the family. So whoever was noted as in that family, in the house at the time of the event, were privy to the information or the events that were taking place. The 35.8 is not a let's say, brother, sister, or father, sister, father, daughter, mother, daughter in the house, everyone would have heard this altercation. It would have been loud. It would have been violent. It would have been noisy. And this is happening on December the 23rd, that the outcome 42-6, which also is a 15-6, dirty old man. There's dirty old nonsense going on in this household. The poor kid. And if I recall, I haven't refreshed, but the parents didn't have exactly gentle numbers, let's just say that. They were quite hardcore in their profiles, if I remember correctly. I don't want to have to include the perpetrator's information if I don't have to, but certainly I'll say it again. All of them that were registered to be in that house at that time were knowing of what took place over these few days. A lot of nonsense going on in this household. Boys behaving badly. Men behaving badly. And the December the 24th pings directly on 24-6, the family. There's family. Focus on the family. There's an issue in the household. There's an issue in the household. So let's just go one step back. Head injury would be normally denoted by the 6, and I've circled the 6 by the end of December the 23rd. Head injury. The official autopsy report, death by strangulation or asphyxiation, that is denoted by the 16-7. So I believe between the mid-day of December 23rd to December the 24th, outcome of that day, also by midday, 36-9, there's a problem in the household. And if you want to go on an extreme level, this might be a little bit sensitive for some of you viewers, so I'm just warning you. Here we have a young child, 15-6 in distress. The 15-6, by the way, of December 23rd pings directly on JONBENÉT RAMSEY, 15-6. That the parents make a decision, or there's a decision around a mercy killing, 16-7. 43-7, mercy killing. And now, for me, and of course there's always been speculation, that the scene at the basement was staged. And I believe in my first video I was in agreement just purely based on psychic spirit information. But in numerology, we note on the December the 26th, we see the 26-8, that's staging. That's a staging. And the communication around the case, initially by 17-8 the day before the 25th, and on the 26th, 38-11-2, lied about what happened in that house. 38, false communication, breaking the law. 11-2, about a murder. 18-9. So for me, if whoever's running the investigation, or whoever having the strings, or whoever's pulling the strings, this for me is still confirmation that this happened inside the walls of the home of the Ramseys. All family members aware of the situation. and all are involved in the decision making. Of course, the adults would be leading, but the kids would be aware that here we have a staging of a so-called crime when the crime and criminals were inside the house already. And it's easy to blame a vagrant or some passerby or some person that's deceased. I haven't read up on who they're suspecting now, but I'm just saying, which is problematic, because obviously the truth about what actually happened will never come out in the real or the physical, let's say. That the father still to this day will cling and hang on to legacy, family, reputation, and the hidden collective behind closed doors, right? Strange occurrences happening around this case. And there are bigger players involved who were involved. And unfortunately, now that I see that the year that this event happened is a 7-year, there will be justice for JONBENÉT, but I hardly believe it will be in the courtroom, because we have manipulators happening in the background here as well. Puppet handlers. Right. I'm not going to go further into this. I'll just do this as a recap reading and a confirmation of what transpired. Perhaps if you'd like to continue listening, I'll do a profile on JONBENÉT Ramsey again, from the perspective of what transpired in this household and what she was dealing with doing her pageants and so on. You'll note the 14/5 on her date of birth. She's born August the 6th, 1990. That 14/5 is what she would deal with on a daily basis. And being a woman, I feel like I want to say, unfortunately, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a woman, of course, but unfortunately, you have these issues around males, or in, let's just say, unwanted attention from males, 14/5. And the 15/6 is you dealing with dirty old men. So unfortunately, if we look at it from this perspective, is what she was dealing with, and this is what she was dealing with in her home. Dirty old men, boys behaving badly. But I do believe the message coming out from this case is delivered through JONBENÉT Ramsey. The 1910 one, there's a lesson to be learnt about this murder of this young child, of a wealthy, and I recall Mr. or her father having secured a big deal. And of course, reputation is everything, right? All right, let me know what your thoughts are. I do engage with your comments. I love reading your comments. If you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and please stay safe, stay alert, and I'll see you in the next one.